this will in itself going to reduce 30 to 40% of your losses, which is going to be very important. For instance, this was the yesterday, day before
Yeah.
yesterday, okay?
Yeah.
And you are here in the morning,
Yeah.
okay? So when you see that you are in the middle of the previous day range, don't trade that day. Either your plan should be that once it's going to break out on the retest, I will go long.
Yeah.
Or if you think that this is the important resistance, which based on our plan, 19,600 on the NQ was a big resistance, you
Yeah.
look for the rejection and look for the shorts on these areas. So if you go back to our plan yesterday, which I sent every day, so 19, let me just open the NQ so you will better understand rather than the triple Q. So market open here. So first thing that you need to see, the ranges play tricky because you don't know whether market going to go up or going to go down. First, what will be the first move for the market? You're never gonna know. You only can scalp it once market show cards. So today, even though market was gapping down, but market showed the first move was upside. So definitely it's going to break out and going to close or retest this level. That's the way market works. Okay.
Yeah.
Once market reached this level, grab, see, there is no retest yet. See here,
Yeah.
but and look at this entry. This is a perfect why this is a perfect breakout. Look at this re-entry from the top. So if you want to looking for a breakout, that's the only entry in the afternoon that you're going to say 19,600 is your stop loss. And then once it you see the retest and started breaking out, that's where you're going to re-enter. And you see all other candles, there's no basically retest. Just break
Right.
and fail, break
Right.
and fail, break. This is the only time when it braked but didn't fail.
Right.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so rule number one for yourself, you should be that if the any instrument you are trading, if it's in the middle of the range of the yesterday session, whether upside or downside, don't trade it unless the
Yeah.
range breaks. So today is the day you see here. So today is the day when market coming back on and then trying to retest those ranges. If you look at it today, our game plan on a review is at 19,285 is a key level for us, right? This portion we're gonna study now, so you're gonna see. So look at here. So today is not in the up middle of the range. It's not opening middle of the range. It's basically gonna likely open at the end of the yesterday or 2 days before session.
2 days before. Yeah. Yeah.
But today is a tricky day in a way because we have a lot of data coming in after every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So 9:30 market going to open, 9:45 we have a data, and then 10 o'clock we have a data. So first hour is going to be three scenario, maybe the choppiness or aggressive move in the one direction, and then the reversal once the data start coming in. So right now we see the downtrend, and I was expecting a downtrend today, given what I said, the rule number one, remember I think I was talking yesterday, whenever you feel the market extended, just wait 2 more days.
Yeah.
Remember? So market
Yeah.
was extended on the Friday. So you don't short Monday, you don't short Tuesday, just wait 2 more days. Today is the
Yeah.
day for shorting it. I just
Yeah.
traded in the pre-market just to scalp it because I wanted to prepare for the session. So I just scalped the short. But today is the day for short. But now market has moved very much. So now we need to see once data coming in, does the market hold this zone or no? If market breaks this zone, there's a likely possibility this market going to go and retest this level. And that's where our trade would be, right? Within the zone. Okay. Either it's going to break up and then retest, and that's where we're going to short it. So we're going to get the bigger move. Or if market claims back, then retest here and then go for long. Okay, either there will be two situations. Either market going to reclaim this, okay, and move back up. What I feel like a lot of people are waiting for this dip. Likely scenario would be that market going to sell aggressively in the first 15-20 minutes, retest this level, or maybe close this gap and then data come in and then move back up. It's going to be more aggressive, or market just going to come here, hold this level, because a lot of people have long here when it's made a double bottom. So market never break this level and then just boom back up. So it's going to be first, you have seen so many times, if you have noticing, market sometimes does that at the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, key level touch it, and then have seen this pattern. Likely with this scenario could also come into it. So whatever it is, so if we find the right risk reward in the first set, we will go it. If we find the V-shaped recovery and got a second entry, we can go look at this trade as well. But here we're not going to look for a long, and here we're not going to look for short. So that's the game plan for today. Put it back here and look at this beautiful SPY sell-off because of the data. So that's exactly what I'm saying, that likely we can see the similar pattern once the market open. But right now we're already selling. So we need to wait to see that we can find the better opportunity because it's already extended now.
Yeah. All my levels are already gone.
Yeah, so it's mean that there might be a reversal coming in, but the trick is that are you going to join the long side on those reversals, or you look for the shorts? Okay, it is the lower high and then you short it, or is basically a strong reversal because the market is in uptrend. in a sense that this session, let me just put the moving averages and let's go to the daily charts. If we go to daily chart, remember we were a few days, I think Monday we had the meeting when I was talking about that. Breaking this 50 moving average is really hard. I'm also telling you, if you look at the monthly chart, and I was telling you that I don't think that the market can basically turn green on the month. And today is the last day of the month. So if you look at the NQ monthly, remember I was telling you I had to believe that this is going to turn green. And at the day it was green and now it's turning back red. So it's likely possible that NQ may is closed here, close to 19. So it could be a red day and close to 19,000. Highly possible. Or maybe what first session 19,000 and then move back up and close exactly like this candle, doji, completely hanging man like a setup. It can possible that this will be the repeat here. But I don't think so that this is possible, which I think I mentioned that. Where is that the green here? I think we have here on the SPY. I don't think that this is possible. So this is more, this
It
is
will be still in red. Yeah.
this is much going to be possible. Either this possibility would be there or it's going to come red, but it would have the upside tail too. So it's likely be closing it here based on what we see the price action. So let's see that. Let's just put it back everything in the right place. So very extended right now. Yeah, so this is a structure I think this is going to be crucial for us. 5,500, 5,480. That's where we need to see what market does here. Market is completely in the upside range bound. If this range breaks, then we have a clear move towards retesting of this 5440, 5420, 5400. That's the key level. Similarly for NQ. Did you guys trade anything yesterday?
I traded a couple, but got stopped out in the beginning. Then
Yeah.
I think we all figured that it's not a good day to trade.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
the idea is that you should figure it out beforehand. That is more important. And you can do it, okay? The only thing which, as I said, just follow the one principle. Do you guys are following the chat or no?
Yeah, I'm following.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so that's good. So you follow, and then you guys going to learn and ask questions.
Is it the Substack chat?
Yes, Substack. So try to interact with each other, ask questions. You can learn from each other experience as well.
Yeah, it's one of those things that almost everyone is talking about. It's so jumpy nowadays. As soon as you enter, like you have to get out pretty quickly. Otherwise, you may go anywhere, right?
So wait for the right setup. So if you wait for the right setup, you will not be worried about it. So for instance,
I understand. What I meant is like you have to be quick to go. Like it's not one of those kind of things that you used to have that, okay, I'm short from 10:30 a.m. or something like that.
oh
And
yeah,
you're
of course.
talking and you're talking about at 1 a.m., 1 p.m., right? 2 hours I'm short. It doesn't happen anymore.
No, that's his one. So see, those days are always the limited number of days when market is just a one-way direction. Okay, it can happen when the market is extremely bearish or sudden events or sudden bullishness. So what we saw in the March and in April is a one-sided move. Market almost corrected 20%, and given was there was uncertainty, so nobody knows that they will need to hold. There was external pressure, the market was selling, international pressure, so a lot of different uncertainties were there. So therefore there was no buyer at all, there was no bids, so the only one-sided market. But now it's not. Now we have a pretty good range. Market went, see, if you look at it here, if I just showed you the monthly, right? So if you look at just a monthly, you can clearly see this is the bottom, right? 4,800. And now we are again back to 5,500. So almost within the same, first month, the consolidation range. So this is October, and this is where the president elections happen, right? Look at this. So now we are again on this close to the same range on 100 days. We are slightly down 100 days. So that was a big trending month from this many points recovery in a 1 month. In 22 trading days, you basically went down all the way 15% and come back up. So therefore you see a big moves and the bigger trends, but now this not now you just need to go level by level. You can expect 200 points, 300 point moves.
So today the theme is that we are in a recession or getting into a recession.
That's well always going to always going to be the theme now. In
The
the present.
GDP contracted, right? So economy contracted today.
I mean, that was also very interesting. I was thinking that this shouldn't be the case. The reason being that a lot of people have upfront ordered the goods, but before the tariff news. So yeah, I think that could be the case because then a lot of people have already ordered it few months ago, right? And right now they're not ordering anymore because they already have enough, and therefore you see that the economy is shrinking. likely be that may not be real thing because they just up front run the orders.
Yeah, that's a good point. So that may be the case actually. But still, in that case, like pre-market, it's going down because retail traders are selling, and maybe after the market opens, it'll go up because Wall Street knows all this.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what exactly my price action was as well, that we are on the key level. People are waiting for the dip. So once market moves very aggressively, nobody was buying yesterday. Okay, the yesterday was just the rocky move just to grab the liquidity. Now the dip is coming, and as I said, we don't know as a price action as an intraday trader that how deep will be the dip before the buyers come in. So we can't basically what you call the front run price action because you're going to lose money. So what our plan is, we need to see whether in the first 15 minutes, because there's a lot of data coming in, does the market go aggressively in one direction? And if it's goes in the direction, we're not going to question it and we're going to join the trend. But when we see that there's a reversal started coming in, so then also we're not going to question this. We're going to join this trend, okay? Because there might be possibility that, as we are saying, that there once they study the data, underlying factor would it be that it's more bullish than the bearish, and then people are going to start buying it, and then we see the V-shaped recovery and then retest again this level. So therefore, I don't think so today is the day when market push back up and you short and you expect market to come down. It could be the dip buy, but it has to prove price action wise. There might be two separate trends today. We already see the one trend which is in the pre-market, and after the market opens, there might be today. Maybe that straight up retest here and then just market keep going up, and after 9:15 and 10 o'clock the data comes in and then still go back up. So let's see. But I'm saying whatever we see, we need to find the entry within that trend, not to question. If we see an aggressive buying, we will not question that, oh, it was gap down, it was selling off in the pre-market, we should go short. No, we just join the trend. And if you see an downside move, then we don't question, okay, why is coming down, because there might be a reversal here. So no, we won't question it. And it's a month end day, so there might be tricky. Okay, this might be tricky. There might be profit taking. There might be, because remember if you look at it, let's go back to the monthly again. The first quarter was a bad quarter for all the financial institutions, all the mutual funds. So they ended up very red in the first quarter. So there might be possibility. They might be thinking, we don't know what will be the second quarter look like. If they bought somewhere here, they might want to take a profit here, right? Because this is a big move. So they definitely have lost a lot of money here and they didn't make money in the first quarter. So they likely wanted to make the first month better. And if they start selling off, there might be pressure coming in. And then once after sell off, after profit taking, price run back up here and then they're rebuying. And it will only be confirmed through the price action. If we see the one-sided price action, it just means that they're taking profit taking.
Yes. So today, I think this should be a good day to look at the Bookmap because we don't know like up and down and it's more lots of questions. I think the orders in the Bookmap should be really helpful today. Very important.
You know what? And this is reminding me. I don't know, my credit card has been changed and my Bookmap is not working. And I'm so busy in other stuff that I didn't even email them. So I'm going to email them. But if you guys have Bookmap, if you can just share me the screenshot, I can quickly review. But I guess once we're gonna see the price section on the volume side, and I have a level 2, not the Bookmap, but I have a level 2, so I can see that. But if you guys have a Bookmap, yeah, please look at it and share the screenshot here so I can review as well. Because and there's a 2 price data movement. So usually before the release, they clean the Bookmaps too. So you might not see any. Just quickly change the order book before the news.
I have Bookmap. What is a good time frame for the Bookmap? Minute, 15, 30?
And so what I do, I use it from the 2 perspective. In the zones, just like the key levels, I try to look at it that do I see a key orders there on the levels which I have identified? Do they form the big bubbles? Are there aggressive buying or aggressive selling? That's what more important for me to understand it. So if, for instance, if we just assume like yesterday, if you look at this one here, so if you look at it here, so this is our NQ for yesterday, right? 19,600 was a level which we've identified. So if you have a Bookmap and you have a recording, lesson would be for you, just go the price Bookmap movement here in these 2 occasions and Bookmap movement on these 2 occasions. What you're going to see that market has push with the green, then bubble is going to come down and make them red and red. What does it mean? That the aggressive buyer couldn't retain the buying power and then it's just selling off. But here in this case, when you're going to go and see the recording, you're going to see the green bubbles started forming in and the buyers are keep piling up and aggressive buying happens. So to your question that how would you see that? You see the bubbles, I use the smart settings, right? And during this time period, you can use the 5 minutes so you don't get bogged down into each bubble. But when you come to the key level, just leave it at the normal setting, no minutes, or rather the smart tick candle. I think we would have second, 10 second, 15 second, whatever the tick is. And then you just focus on or how the buyers and sellers react to these key levels. During those areas, in middle of those areas, you can use the 5 minutes.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Because if you're going to use normal here, you're just going to, for you, it's too much data for you. You won't be able to pick it up. Or one other way you can use it, which I use is, for instance, you're looking for entry here. So you go and look at the visualization. Okay, what does visualization look like? Do you see any big orders here? Any book orders down there? What does the bookmap VWAP look like? Do you see before here the green or red? And then always compare when you're in the range, always compare, go back in the history, you compare what you see here and then what you see here. So once you see any differentiation between these two places, that's where you're going to get the edge and you're going to get the entry. So for instance, if you see the same price action, what you have seen here and here, this means that there's no entry for you. But if you see any variances, and you can, because there's a bookmap, if you have the recording available, global plus package, you don't need to be rocket scientist for that. You just go back, look at, okay, what was the red and green bubbles here? Okay, are these different here? Is different here? Then just like very simple. So hopefully I'm going to email today or tomorrow to get the access back. I need to update my credit card. And so bookmap is really important. But if you are new and you have too much information, I will just ask you to focus on these formations and structures. So you do not need the bookmap here. If you already know that 19600 is the key level, right? You know when is a key level, you never go long on the first breakout. As simple as it is, right? And this level is not something on the first day. If you look at past few days, this level is 19600 is in play from last few days. So if you go back here, let's go to 30 minutes, and then you're gonna see here the levels. What we're seeing here is from last 1 week basically. So right now we're here. So you look at it here from April 23rd. We're in the same range. So this, you remember, this was a gap up day and we couldn't hold it. Then this is a day where market just move aggressively in the one direction. And then this is a follow-up day. This is a consolidation day. And this is again the next green day. So now if you look at it, a lot of people have either bought it on this breakout zone, which is between 19100 to 19200. And right now price is exactly that level. So there might be possibility that those who have bought it here, they might just going to jump back and re-add into their position. So 15 minutes before we start morning session.
What time's the first news? 9:45?
Yeah, I think 9:45 and then 10 o'clock. So I have the meeting this Saturday with one of the investors.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm so busy in preparing everything, all presentations and everything, so busy.
We're still on for tonight's group session.
Yeah, I will not miss that, but I'm really tired today. I wanted to prepare because Saturday I have still need to finalize all the presentations in financials, budget, cash flows, P&Ls and everything. Prepare the whole structure. I have made some few changes yesterday in the structure. So I need to update all the numbers, finalize the investor deck, put the numbers in play. So see here, so if you look at it here, there was 19250 was a big order which just broke, right? But what happened? Did you see that? What happened? It broke, but it reclaimed. And if we go back to our charts, I was telling you that a lot of people have bought on this level. So this 1900 ranges might be a time where people are going to rebuy this dip based on the price structure, because nobody have bought on the gap up day. So once they saw the double bottom happen and this is retaining, so usually all the smart money started buying or adding into their position on this candle. So this is their starting point, and then it's consolidated here. So there might be a lot of, you look and see they're creating the position, but price was not moving. Price was within those 100 points range. So a lot of buying likely be happening here. So this is their major buying zone. So their average must be somewhere here if they've added too much. So likely they might defend this level because they must have taken the profit here. Now they're going to add into the position. So this could be a dip buy as well, depending on the data. So if data doesn't come good, they will dump it. But data is good, they might gonna continue it. Because right now also there is a feeling that whatever the president did is just a bluff, and he might not gonna implement anything because he doesn't have any plan. He didn't get any deal at all. So he was just bluffing, and he failed miserably in his bluff. Sorry to say, but that's what happened.
Yeah, can they remove president just like that?
Not the president, but see, president will not do. See, if you look at it, the first 100 days for any president are really important. Yeah, for achievements, for new policy. He created the one policy. He himself pulled back from his policy. And if you ask me, I was really optimistic when he came in. I admire him for his everything. But the question is that has he achieved anything substantial in the first 100 days? The answer is no. He wasted his 100 days by launching the Trump coin and damaging the economy. He didn't do anything he didn't achieve. There's no single achievement in the last 100 days. That's why I think the approval rates are going down. People have explained to him. He might have understood he's a good business person, so he understand. And therefore, he have assured maybe the all institutional investors that I don't want to be a 20% down in the first 100 days. I will pause it, bring the market back up. And I think that's what happened, I guess. Just imagine yesterday was
But he's
100.
also very stubborn and he doesn't care about next presidency. So yeah, he might just take.
He's stubborn, but he's a very nationalist guy. So he's a nationalist, he's stubborn. He's stubborn in the policy, but I feel like that his intentions were not wrong. He wanted to achieve something. Sometimes the executions are really poor, right? So even in his first term, he was using tariff, but he was using tariff as a negotiation tool. I think this time he basically went so far and offended many people. Just remember, when I'm saying that I'm Canadian, so there was a single chance for the Democrats to win this time. But
Yeah.
but people were so scared that the conservative come in.
Exactly. Did you vote for him?
I don't want to say, but what this is such a, and then that's I think basically the president's aggressive policy helped the Democrats win again. So I was thinking there was zero chance for the Democrats to win this time, and they still pulled it back up. I don't know who voted them, but what you guys see? Are you guys excited? All Canadians here, Voldemort,
Excited about which?
about the new prime minister or Democrats, or you were more want the conservative to come in?
In this case, I probably would have preferred the Conservatives to have a little bit more power. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of Carney because I followed his career a little bit, and I think he's heavily tied to existing structure within the Liberal Party.
Yeah.
So there was no major change within the Liberal Party because
I think
everybody's
that's.
oh,
I
well,
think that was
Trudeau's
that was a crazy part. That's the crazy part that they miserably failed in economic policies, and I'm really worried now that
yeah, Canada's been the worst in the last 10 years, but that wasn't just Trudeau, that was the party. Because Trudeau actually made many of the decisions. He doesn't seem like he was a good leader. I think he just sat by and let everybody else do it.
And also, we also need to see that he was a minority government, right? Usually, the Canadian history is that if we have a minority government, it doesn't last more than 16, 18 months. But it's because of the COVID, he got the full term. I think that was the worst thing could have happened. They shouldn't be allowing minority government to run for the full term. I think that was the worst that could have happened to Canada. And having 3 terms are really bad for any party or any one individual to have 3 terms, because you change the fabric of the country in 3 years, 3 terms, one decade. So you just look at it. I think I was reading the Elon's one time he was saying, and I think I liked it the way he was explaining. He was saying that if you bring the whole Turkey or Italy into the U.S., Italy still be the Italy. Italy will never be a U.S. because you're bringing the whole country into the US. But if you bring few people from the Italy, they will mold into the culture of the US and they become Americans, right?
Yeah, it's a simulation.
Yeah, so I think what happened here in the last 10 years, they basically destroyed the fabric of Canada by bringing haywire without structured policy of immigration.
That's the challenge, right? It's I love immigration, but you can only have immigration amounts come in based on your existing structure. We do not have the housing or the medical care funding to be able to support large amounts of immigration at this time.
That's also not, I wouldn't even consider those things. For me, those services are important, but that's not changed the fabric. I remember, so when I became Canadian, when I moved to Canada, the one thing when I'm applying for the jobs, always, okay, do you have the Canadian experience? What is Canadian experience? The Canadian experience is, do you appreciate the values we have? So once you have experienced those values, that's where you're gonna, become more ethical, the way the Canadian wanted to see, and that's where you're gonna gel into the system. But now, if you're bringing people where the system doesn't have enough capacity to absorb and provide the jobs and provide the right, grooming to the people who are coming to the country, then what they're going to do, they're not able to adjust themselves or adapt to the culture of your country. Then what you're going to do, you're going to bring your own culture. And if the more people start coming in from the same place and bringing their own culture, then you're not going to gel and you have your own subcultures in the country. I think that was Elon was talking about. And that's basically changed the fabric of the country if you bring too many people without proper planning.
100%. Yeah. In pockets of the Greater Toronto area where
exactly, yeah,
certain pockets are very dominant with a different people group, I'll say. But what they do is they stay within their people group and they're not part of they're creating their own society within there. And I think
Right.
that becomes a little bit.
That's also fine. So
Oh, it's fine to a degree. Yeah, absolutely.
No, but I'm saying that there's always a pockets there. So when I was there was also we have a Mississauga pocket, we have a Young and Bloor pockets. They're always going to be a community pockets, and there's nothing wrong in it. One community or other community. What is wrong is that this is the government lacking is that there's not enough opportunities for the communities to gel in and work in the environment where they can get groomed. I think that was the issue. The problem is not that one community coming more or less. The problem is that you do not, as a system, you're bringing people in, but you do not have a job to provide. You don't have a mechanism to train them, to educate them, to teach the culture. If you don't have those mechanisms in place, it's not the people who are coming. They're coming. People are coming with inspiration to become the part of this wonderful country. But if you don't have opportunities, what are they gonna do? They're gonna just do the other jobs which doesn't groom them, and then you're gonna destroy the fabric. And I think that, and even if you look at the president of the United States, this is exactly he was saying. He's saying that okay, I'm not against the immigration. I'm just against the illegal immigration. I want people to come in, but with the right way, so then we can put them in the system in the right place.
Yeah, you feed them properly into the system so they can they can succeed instead of having to either rely on illegal activities or illegal jobs or whatever.
Yeah, and they get exploited too, right?
Yeah, one of the other things we noticed in our area, I lived in Oakville for pretty much all my life. We just moved a year ago, and Chinese money was coming in buying homes.
Yeah,
but nobody was living in them.
Yeah.
So on our street, there were a number of homes where they were bought by Chinese money, but nobody would end up living in them. And then that changes the fabric of the neighborhood and the community as well, because all of a sudden you have these homes that are there, but they're empty.
Yeah, I think they've bring the vacant taxes something last year, I think a few years ago. Anyway, so 3 minutes remaining. Let's get back to the trading offsite discussion. Any questions before we look at it? Let me just bring everything in the right order. Otherwise, we're gonna have a different chartings.
Do you think, Sean, I know you already mentioned all that, but do you think it is a good idea to send that if then else statement every morning, maybe? A small if then else statement.
What statement, sorry?
From you. If then else statement.
Yeah.
I know you send something, but like
I basically picked 3 scenarios. I created 3 scenarios.
Oh, you sent it already?
Yeah, every day the articles are coming into the scenarios. So you look at the scenarios. Sometimes it's really hard to create those scenarios because it was not real time. So I give the bigger scenarios. But as we go into the price action, I'm going to explain to you, we're going to go into the details. So right now, if you look at it, 2 minutes remaining, we are very close to the support zone.
Yeah, pre-market low is like we are above the pre-market low right now. We are close to the yesterday's low, and those things I can see. But I don't know where it will go for sure. Nobody knows.
So as we said, the plan is that if the market shows cards and have a first move downside and is break the pre-market low, and we got the retest entry on the short side, we'll go with the short. We will not question it. Okay, it is really extended from the VWAP perspective. But if we get the first bounce, and then hold the VWAP, we look for the long side. But given we have 3 data coming in, so we need to be very careful entering before 9:45, before 10 o'clock. So if we don't find anything, market just chop around in the first half an hour, it's better just to avoid first half an hour.
Yeah, I usually nowadays avoid first half hour altogether because.
All right, 30 seconds. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Hopefully good. Today is a good day. It's going to be a good day right now. ES opening 0.73%, SPY down 1.2%.
I have a feeling that today would be a directional day, but not sure. It won't be choppy for sure.
Yeah, it could be a one way or other. Okay, the first move is a downside move. Market is trying to break the pre-market low. Let's see what it does because it's a very important level, 5,500. It might not break.
It broke in pre-market though. But
yeah, it just reclaimed it immediately.
Yeah.
So let's see if it breaks and we get the re-entry, we can go short. Because this is also the possibility that the people who have shorted last night, they're going to take profit too. So just wait. Yeah. So first move coming down, breaking down, retesting the pre-market low. Again, bounce back from 5,500. And no entry for me yet.
So this economy that went down, it's not last month, it's the whole quarter.
It's the whole quarter because people were expecting. I know so many distributors have reordered even before launching the tariff.
I know, but January to March, right? So January there was no Trump in January. And so they would have ordered in this quarter.
I think if I remember, the January 15th or 10th was the first time when he said, I'm going to launch the tariff.
He told it during election itself. So,
but after coming president, first time he said in the January
20th was already.
So this is breaking down. Let's see if it breaks 54.93 we can go with the 5,500 risk reward. Okay, it's gonna be 7-point risk here, but it looks good because it's already retested. Let it make the low of the day. It has to break 54.94. That's good. It's retesting it, so it's good. Didn't break. Okay, let's see what does happen here now. Okay, it's holding the pre-market low. No trade yet. If it's bounce, we are not taking a long here. Okay, just waiting for the right setup. Okay, so this looks good. Let's see, does it breaks down? If it's break down under the lows, it's going to be, remember the size properly is going to be 10-point risk and is the first trade.
Are you talking short or long?
Short.
Okay.
I'm not interested at this point long because it's
Yeah.
very extended from the VWAP and is a negative price action. So we're going to go short under 594, but it's going to be a 10-point risk more than what we usually take. But if it happens,
What's the news? I don't even know. And 15.
there's some economic data. So PCE data, some inflation data, PCE data. And I don't know what is at 10 o'clock. There's some other data as to, let me see, basically. So PCE data, so Chicago PMI is 945, and then personal income, personal spending, and PCE at 10 o'clock.
Both are super important. Both
Exactly.
data.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it might be chop around between the first. That's why I'm not really interested in going any big size before the data.
I don't even have money to go big size anymore. It's all gone.
I feel that a little bit too from a little while ago.
Yeah, I know. I used to go big size. There's no money. I need to borrow from Sean.
For me, the DAS stuff really hurt me when they had a DAS, like the
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
slowdowns. I got hurt
Yeah.
so badly on that.
Yeah, just stick around with me. Hopefully,
The plan.
I have a meeting. Yeah, hopefully, if you're gonna get something positive out of it and trade small. That's what I say. Maybe meantime, if you're trading futures, just take the future funded program. Not that you're gonna get the payout from the mindset, but just practice it. Practice patience. Yeah, go ahead.
The problem is that whenever I trade with these kind of like Top Step or whatever, and the money at stake is like $30, and I don't even care. You know, that mindset, right?
I understand that.
I'm the same way. If it's not real money in it, I do whatever. There's not as much incentive in it.
I was so crazy when I was starting out. I even don't care when I have my own money. So even I've had the money, I basically. All right. So see, retesting the pre-market low, again bouncing. See, this is a good lesson for you guys that how be patient, keep watching it, don't force the trades. Nvidia is making a new high, breaking out of the 105. Tesla is coming down. See, right now it looks good, but if you look at it, the price action a little bit higher risk at this point. So I'm not taking it, even though it's going to break down. I'm not going to take it. The given, look at this, it's more than 8 points risk. So I'm just going to wait.
I'm thinking the market will go down to 5,300 today. It's just because it is a big thing. Like the quarter was a negative contraction.
Okay, if we get the retest entry now, if we resume the downtrend, then we can go short. So our entry would be 54.88.
If it breaks below that.
Yeah, 54.88.
Which is that now.
It's 49 right now, but if it's break 54.88, we're gonna go short.
Oh, sorry, 88. I was looking at. Yeah, that's what I have now. Okay.
Okay, I'm short.
I got a bad fill on that.
I didn't have a bad fill, but I mistakenly traded MES instead of ES. I chased a little bit more after the entry of MES.
You just hit market order on it when you do?
Yeah.
That's what I did too. I got a bad fill on it.
Maybe you entered after I said, maybe you watched the level 2. Okay.
Yeah, it may have just been a minor. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought. 54.87.
Come on, let's just fill it up. Yeah, so far it's moving nicely.
Yeah, it'll go 100 points today. That is for sure. But yeah, I can never be sure. I always think, but I don't do anything.
I'm going to take the partial at 54.80.
Yesterday, the people were expecting that Trump will say something also.
Oh, very red. Very big red candle. So it might be a bounce candle here. Let's just wait a little bit. 54.80, I'll take it. Yeah, my order submitted. I got the fill, very nice fill, 74 something.
Yeah.
Very good trade. Awesome.
I'm out of the trade too.
All right. So who's going to give it? I remember that one time one person messaged me. They say, how about I join you and I will pay you once I have a profitable trade. I will share you my P&L every day. I say it's a good idea. There are a lot of WhatsApp group like that.
But I took a small position because I was not super, because there's news, right?
So next time when you take the small positions, you let us know so we take the big position.
I was
And it's still going. It's a really good trade.
I was saying from the beginning that today is the day, probably from my experience, that it'll go 100 points down. But
see, so that's see, if you look at it, what I think I should get the credit what I deserve. What I mentioned to you in the pre-market that we're going to see a aggressive selling on the one-sided before we get the V-shaped recovery. That's exactly what I said. I need to make the short video, and you guys all need to. I need more falling, man. I don't get more falling. Why?
No, you definitely you get the credit because that's the way We're changing the way we think. I was not planning this much because whenever I plan, it goes opposite. So I stopped planning because because the problem is that if you have a bias and then the market goes in a direction, then I try to beat the market, but then it doesn't listen to me, right? The market is market.
No, so that's not the planning I'm saying. So you need to plan, say, okay, see, you need to wait for your plan to come in. So for instance, if you're looking for a short, so you need market to break down and come down, right? If market is going up, I'm not going to go short. That's exactly what I said in the pre-market, that if this market is going long side, we're not going to question it. If the market is going short, we're not going to question it. We're just going to go change. The first 15 minutes price action is a downside, and we already played that. We made the money. Now, once the news come in, there might be change in direction. Okay, and if that's happened, again, based on our own methodology, tried risk to reward, we're going to go and enter and get the long entry as well. But anyway, what I was just saying, the credit is that, as I mentioned, that we gonna see consecutive strong selling pressure without any significant pullback, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what we have planned out, and that's exactly what's happened. And I was saying the credit is that I'm not getting too many likes, too many followers, because I don't do market as well anyway. And that's also the issue, but I'm busy on other stuff. But I need to slowly increase that visibility.
I think it's just going to take time for you.
Yeah, all those
Right?
things.
I think people need exposure to your name and your brand to see, oh, when you're there, you're around enough.
Yeah,
Then-
these things take time. Like as you're mentioning, that these things blow up, and suddenly they won't wait for you when you're not expecting. They'll blow up.
Yeah.
I don't know if, sorry, I don't know if that happened to you guys. Like I try to tell people like, oh, I'm a day trader. I thought a really good person make money, and they just don't really respect the day trader. I don't know. It may just happen to people around me, or I don't know. So I try to talk people in and bring people into this group, and it's just what happened to me.
Yeah, a lot of people are somehow on Substack. A lot of noise is there. I agree. Yeah, a lot of other people are trying to like lure us for whatever reasons. That happens. Like yesterday, someone was calling me. Nowadays, phishing is also like it's not just this Substack. Everywhere else also, right? Someone was calling me from AT&T that, hey, your phone number, whatever. I just dropped the phone because I don't even have AT&T. I have Verizon.
Yeah.
So people are just fishing around.
So you are saying that there are some messages you're getting from the Substack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some people are trying to
you end up getting, there's other things that you end up getting just that are, I guess, are basic. I get the same thing. There's some weird things that pop up. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Okay, really? I never received anything. Maybe people are checking our followers and bringing them in, maybe. Okay, we are not very. Go ahead, sorry.
Are you thinking to use Patreon actually? So because we can always like pay the membership, or it's easy for the money. I want to like send the money to you. I think that much easier too, and then much.
Which product it is?
Patreon.
Write it down. Okay, maybe I can try. I can see if I can add it. I can make my profile there. Manjari, have you taken any trade today? You're quiet today.
Yeah, sorry, I spoke in between and I realized I'm on mute. Yes, I did take a trade with you, Sean. Thank you. And I did make around 600.
Wow.
So thank you for that. Yeah, I wouldn't have confidence to take this short because my mindset was, frankly, that it is too extended from VWAP. So maybe the bounce around 5500 at ES, I was thinking of going long. So that is where I would have definitely gone wrong.
All right, so that's perfect. So write it down there. I'm going to say that, see,
I'm writing notes. Yeah.
whole year membership just covered in one trade. I'm going to mark it like that.
Yeah, but tomorrow I will give up twice of this.
No, nobody cares tomorrow. Hopefully you will not. Hopefully if you will continue trade with me, you will make money. Okay.
No, I'm getting much conscious and better. Yeah, thank you, Sean.
Yeah. So what is the and my vision is also the similar, that I want what I'm going to the investors. My vision is not to take the money from the unskilled traders. My vision would it be that I wanted to create these programs with the mentorship, and I want to build my funded desk. I want you to make money and give me 40% share based on the prop firm structure, rather than you lose and I only take $100.
Correct. Yeah, that is wise, and of course you should make money as well. But yeah, that is correct thing.
Rather than it's a Miguel, if you pay $100 to the Apex, I don't worry about your $100. So I rather teach you on the simulator where you learn it through the mentorship program, and we're going to charge the more cost to the mentorship. And once you are consistently profitable, we give you a funded desk. You make money and make us money as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Good plan.
Sorry, Sean, and you were entering buy market, sell market, right? Because I couldn't enter it first, and then I got slippage.
What system are you using? The Ninja Traders?
Ninja Trader.
I got the entry here. See, I'll show you.
You just click buy and sell, or
yeah. From the Super DOM, just go Super DOM and
yeah,
markets. I'll show you it. So let me just.
For me, it didn't enter for some reason. Still, I had profitable, but yeah.
Here. So I entered here. I mentioned to you that I chased it because my first entry was on MES.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you see my screen here, so I entered first here. I think, in fact, I got the same entry. So 5487, and yeah, I got the same entry. In fact, I ordered ES after a few seconds. So 587.50 and 487.75. Okay, 25 cents difference, but I get a better entry. What was your entry?
It for 5484.
Maybe because see that's so maybe you have entered once I have said something to enter. So there is always a delay. So when I say that enter once we break this candle, then you look for the soup. You don't look for my another message.
No, yeah, press. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try again. I pressed, but nothing was happening. It was scanning like it.
I think there might be a delay, a few seconds. So what you do basically, once I say, hey, we're gonna go if we're going to break this level, I think I don't remember now what level I said, the 5480.
Yeah.
88. I said before 5488, if I recall. Yes. So once you see a breaking of 5488, then you just enter it. If you wait for me to say I've entered now, and then you're going to enter, there might be 30-40 seconds delay. And that's where basically there was a delay for you.
Yeah. No, I'll check. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm the buttons, like what if you do something specific or not. Okay. Yeah.
Enter because it's easier to in futures is basically a very good liquidity. Is a 25 basis difference. So there's no movement in the 945. Chicago PMI came 44, so there is no big movement. So might be market is waiting for 10 o'clock. Yeah. So market is waiting for 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
Sean, on this, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. My question is on the Ninja Trader or anywhere when you're buying or selling, you're doing sell market and buy market like that. Okay.
But anyway, even if for futures is much easier for buy order, unless the market news comes in, then don't do that. Because market will be then volatile, you're gonna see 10-15 points drop, and then you're just gonna end up very bad fills.
Yeah.
So don't do that. I just entered myself. I don't recommend you to enter. I just scalped a little bit here while I was talking with you guys. So you guys stick with the one and done rule.
Yeah. I'm waiting until 10 o'clock, so I'm not doing anything now.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna retest the low of the day, so I'm just gonna scalping it a little bit here because I entered late. I'm still thinking that okay, I closed it. That's very small scalp.
So when you say scalp, do you do this small size? What's your experience?
Don't do it for now. I think don't do it. For you guys, scalp is not the right thing for you guys to do it. Okay, I basically went to normal size because based on the structure I knew is going to retest. The moment I see any small green bounce, I basically stopped out because I went to the same size. So I can't risk 5 points here. I was only risking 2 ticks, 3 ticks. But you need a judgment for that. Even one wrong trade is going to mess up your whole day. So I wouldn't recommend you guys doing it. Scalping is not the right thing. But this is where basically industry teaches you to do scalp because that's the way they make money. They don't want you to learn the right thing. They want you to scalp. They want to give you a dopamine effect. They want you to continue trading.
Yeah, I used to be a big scalper. Scalping works for a period for some elements, but then it works against you a lot too. And it just burns up commissions.
Exactly. So basically, this is just a tactic the whole industry uses to make money.
Yeah, that's the reason I think I stopped the end use group because I.
So Sean, question: why don't you have it every day?
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so I could do it, but I have some other engagements, especially on Tuesday. Tuesday I cannot do it. So then I just keep it just for Monday, Wednesday. So then if I have initially when I started it, I say, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I didn't know how I'm going to run it, maybe another group for another 2 days. Initially, I was not this clear in my mind how I want to do that. But now I feel like that Monday, Wednesday looks good. So then you get 2 days of practicing yourself. And then you can basically appreciate what you're missing when you lose money on Thursday.
It's about like continuity. It's about continuity that like for a few months.
I can do that. So I cannot do Tuesday because I need to drop my kids on some classes. So I cannot do for Tuesday for sure. So Tuesday I only trade first 20 minutes, then I have to leave to drop them, and then I come back 10:30. So Tuesday I cannot do that. But yet, of course, I can do Thursday for you guys if you want to do it.
So is there a disturbance that is created for you if you're on this session? Like you're not trading the same way or what?
Yeah, so that's also the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're trading less?
I'm not trading less, but I'm really more conscious. So I don't take too big size because I was talking as well. But just like today, if I were alone, I would at least went four contract of ES. But since I was with you guys, I only went one contract.
Yeah.
It's breaking.
So go ahead, guys. Would you say something?
Breaking down.
Yes, it's going to break down.
After doing in simulator now, so I'm not confident about this move.
No, this way. Let's remember, I said I'm going to scalping and it's going to go down. It's going to at least accelerate. Now exactly the level. Now is a crucial. So what happened at the 10 o'clock? There might be a significant reversal because right now we are going back to the zone, which was a buying zone we have created. This could be the last, and I'm waiting for reversal now. If we get the reversal, we're going to go long this time, but we're going to wait for the setup to come in. Okay, so that's exactly what we expected. We expected the aggressive sell and aggressive happen. And also because we are talking with you and we are chatting as well. So sometimes I feel like it's more easier for me not to take my full size.
Yeah, that saves you money as well, right?
Not, in fact, I lose money because I lose the opportunities, but I feel like it's more mentally I'm more comfortable. So I can more focus teaching you and talking to you rather than I say just buy, sell, buy, sell.
Yeah.
So I'm more comfortable chatting with you guys like that. So essentially, I basically do the full size trading out only Thursday and Fridays, but not necessarily. Yes, I think on the bullish day, remember the few days ago we have a book reversal day. I went the regular size when I was with you guys. So not necessarily every time, but yeah, most of the time I just go lower size while I you guys. Because see, I'm not in the race to impress with by sharing P&L. So
P&L doesn't even matter in the sense because P&L is basically sizing, right?
yeah,
Trading is something else and P&L is something else. If I go 1,000 contracts, then definitely P&L will be very high or very low.
exactly. Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah. So P&L is not really important.
Yeah, that's the problem. Even with options, if I trade, I'm trading in cash account and I cannot use that money again. And I'm trading with very small size. So I try and wait for longer moves and then I even lose whatever I have gained because I cannot scalp. Scalping doesn't make sense for me. Okay, if I spend 2 hours in front of my PC and I gain $50, I'm like, okay, I'm not gained anything.
So if you do the small size and you do the SPX options, you look the same format the way I explained to you, the ES breakdowns, and you go and you take the 10-point risk. Just see what is the movement. So when we entered ES, did you went to SPX options at the time?
No, I'm trading in my account. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So okay, it is good. Otherwise, if you go to the option, just look at how much option moves within the same time when we have entered ES. I bet you is at least moved at least at $5-6.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 o'clock. Market exactly at the support level right now. Full 30 minutes bearish. Now we need to see what market does here.
Didn't move as much as I thought so far.
Yeah, exactly at the same level. If you look at it here, NQ exactly touched that. E has not yet touched, but it's in the same zone where I was telling you that this is where a lot of buying happened. Remember, I was saying that this is the first bullish day and exactly market has retested. So we are looking for a bounce from here. Okay, market is already bouncing. So now we're just going to find the entry. Okay, this is a very good move. Look at this beautiful move happen. I don't know what data it is. Who cares about data? Oh, look at this, man. Come on, pause. Give us the entry. Don't run. Come on. Pause.
So you're looking for long here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause. Don't go. I think it's going to go and then we need to wait for the pullback. Okay, good. Okay, so pullback happened. Come on. Retest here. Retest. If market breaks 54.75 could be a good entry, but if this candle needs to little bit pause, close nicely. Come on, don't do that. Okay, I'm not entering it. It's still the extended, so I want a little bit of consolidation here. Okay, this is another interesting pullback. Let's see. If this candle turned red and then the 10:04 candle breaks this candle, then we can go long. Basically high of this candle right now. Okay, 54.78.
I thought it is making lower high, isn't it? Because it is in downtrend. So we have made lower lows and now we are making lower highs.
Yeah, we are making, but it's a key level bounce. So market made the aggressive sell-off. Now market is moving back up. If we're gonna go this break of 54.78, there'll likely be the trend change of trend.
And there was news as a catalyst.
So what is I don't know what is the PC data right now. All positive, all green. Personal spending, everything is green. So very strong PC data, positive data.
Okay.
Anyway, but I want the first green. It happened. I want the pullback. Pullback happened. Now I want to break out above 54.78, 54.80. So we need to wait for that to happen. And if it happened, we go long.
Okay.
So that's good. Come on, 15 more seconds before 10:04. If it's continue coming down, then there's no long entry. But if it continue the upside move, so it's doing now. So we're looking for breakout over 54.78. Okay. Can somebody see the book map? What does it look like over 54.70 or 54.80?
There's a liquidity level forming at 54.80.
Yeah. Okay. So if this breaks 54.80, we see a big aggressive move. So I think we are right. So 54.80, I don't see the book map, but I can totally see that.
I can share the book map if you want me to.
Just take the screenshot and yeah.
Okay. Let me do that.
Okay, so this is a nice consolidation. First 5-minute green candle. So 54.78 could be an interesting long. In fact, go to 54.80. Okay, I think there is a whole number. Let's wait to break 54.80. Let me see the picture. Not this one. This is the old one. So you see, there's levels coming in. This is a VWAP 5502. So if we get the break 54.80 above, there is a few attempts. So if our entry would be 54.80 when this breaks, and then we can take the partials over the VWAP retest, and is moving towards that.
So is it reversal now? We can think of this as reversal from the support. Okay.
From the support, yes. The change of trend.
Okay.
So 54.80 could be an entry. So very nice entry. Look at this, very small stop losses here. Consolidation, nice. Let's let this break this area.
Sean, I just wanted to make a quick note. The VWAP on Bookmap aligns differently than the VWAP on TradingView. So there is a difference. So like on Bookmap, it's at 5502 VWAP, but on TradingView, it's at 5517.
Yeah, 5502 is the correct one. Even we don't need to wait for 55. We will go 55 to 100. That's the key resistance.
Okay.
Pre-market low would be a level.
Okay, so it's not really a big deal then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, it's definitely going to retest 5500 if it's going to break out. Whether it's going to reach the VWAP or no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely going to reach 5500.
Which kind of aligns with your level that you mentioned this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very close.
So didn't see here, didn't break, fails here, reconsolidating. So we still need to wait. So this is, where's my pen? So I'm waiting for the pen to load. Okay, here you go. So see, this is the first bullish move at 10 o'clock. And now there is a consolidation. What we are saying that if it's going to break here above 54.80, could be a long entry. And if it fails, then we need to wait for the retest to make the new low. Once if it's come down, then if it's getting short, then we have to wait for the retest. But no short now. Break of this can be a long. Go ahead, Manjir.
Yeah, looks like I was thinking there is some consolidation happening because it is just moving up and down.
Yeah, it's a consolidation. Yeah, it's a bull flag forming. Yeah, they need some energy before.
Yeah, after that much sell-off.
Yeah, so happening, looking good. 54.80. Remember. So but just remember in this case, the little risk is a little higher because of if you look at it, the bottom of this consolidation is 54.66. If you have already profitable, if you don't want to take a trade, you can always miss this trade, okay? Because the risk is a little higher, or adjust your size accordingly. Okay, I'm long. 50 SMA is basically creating a hurdle. Just move.
I'm also looking at 50 EMA. So 50 EMA, it just dropped from 50 EMA exactly, 54.82.20. But on 5-minute chart, if you see, it looks like a pullback.
I think it's a good area. Let's see. Still on the very close to the break even. I added after further pullback. So I don't like it because it's holding the moving averages, but I still have it's still the nice pullback. If you look at it, pullback, higher lows, very nicely moving, forming. They only need to clear this area. Do you see the book map is clearing up? What do you see on the book map?
Yeah, it's clearing up. The volume imbalance is slightly negative.
Do you see the big bubbles or what do you see?
I do here. Let me go ahead and I do see bigger bubbles and it is pushing up. And the CVD is also moving towards positive territory. So here, let me just quickly send this to you guys.
Okay. It's nice, very nice consolidation here. The only thing is not able to clear the 5483. I don't know why there is a big order. 5483 or what? I think this is old one, so you send the new one now.
Yeah, I'm sending it right now. Hold on. Give me a second.
If it's gonna clean the 5483, it's going to spike really odd.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I just sent it. Okay.
I'm gonna put the limit order on 5489. Yeah, see here. That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of bubbles coming in, but I don't know, there's a lot of selling happening, transaction happening is close to this area. Price is not able to move very cleanly. But I think it's going to break out. If it's going to break out, it's going to very big spike going to come in. And just in case, I'm going to put I'm already in the profitable territory, so I'm just going to put the stop loss before the break even in case if it price sudden rejection, I don't get.
Yeah, the cumulative volume on Bookmap just went positive.
Yeah, so this looks, oh, now it's above the 50 SMA. Let's see. In fact, if it's going to break now on the upside, I'm going to add. Okay, I'm adding it. Go to the pre-market. Come on. Close to the 5, almost 88. I just want to take a partials there. I already scaled out a little bit after adding it. One order more filled. Still have 4 contracts. I have 3 contracts left. 2 contracts left.
It's looking good on Bookmap.
I can tell I'm the Bookmap now.
Yes, I'm gonna cancel my Bookmap subscription. Just go with you.
It's just a 1 contract. Okay, I'm gonna put the break even here.
Sean's like the Matrix. He just reads it.
Yeah, this is a dangerous feeling to be invincible in day trading.
Yeah, that's what happens if you're feeling invincible. Because I felt that last year.
So okay, I had a good profit, $1,800. I still have 1 contract left. Oh, in fact, I stopped out. Oh, it let me cancel the profit target. Oh, I didn't realize I was taking a snapshot. Okay, so I don't have any entry. I think that's what I'm looking for. Just a small, nice, patient execution, talking with you, nice people.
Yeah, this was definitely a good entry and exit.
Did you trade this time or no?
Yeah, I did take it, but I was not confident at all. So I took very small.
Why, man? Now we're gonna finish the session, and when you're gonna trade alone, you're gonna be more confident and oversized.
I know that's the problem. The problem is that I was totally like a downside bias right today. So
why?
Because it's any news that I'm still thinking that it'll go down.
It doesn't really matter. You're a day trader. You don't need to see. Okay, hear me. I don't like it. I want you to learn it. Okay, so that's why I'm emphasizing it. Anyone else would be, I wouldn't care. So what I'm saying that, see, you identify the trend.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your job is within that trend, you need to take a small piece of it. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to worry. So see, those who are intraday trader, it doesn't really matter market up or down. The question is that can you find the piece out of it? Okay, and this is the only piece you're looking for. Okay, so yesterday was a chop day. If that's the trend, you're looking for this piece. Look, imagine. That's why I was telling you, when you look from that perspective, so easy. So if you're saying that the trend is 55.40 to 55.75, only 35 points trend, you're only looking for 5 and 10 points. It's harder. Now look at it, 5520 to 5455, almost 70 points trend. We took 1 trade here, 1 trade here. That's it. Now go home, relax with your family. You don't need to worry about anything else. So you're not going to get the full trend. So you asking in the initial day or hold for hours, like yes, that's not the normal market, right? And you don't need to be worried about it. You only need piece out of it. So just imagine if you take every day that small piece and you take 1 ES, 250 risk, 500 profit. You end up take 2 trades, you give $1,000 up. You take MES, okay, you take 4 contracts, you basically risking how many points? 525. So you basically close to $125 you're risking. You're gonna make $250, and then 2 trades, it become $500. What else do you need in 2 hours, man? But if you try, you get a hours of hold, you need a whole piece out of it. You just giving confusing signal to your brain. That's what not day trader role is. You can't have it. You just need every day you need a small piece. That's it.
Yeah, but so let me ask you, like, okay, today, I know it happened. But today, the broader trend is low, going down, right? So how do I convince myself at 54.80 to get in long? Because I'm thinking that it might just drop.
No, but you look at the candles, no? You look at, see, market doesn't work in a single direction all the time. Market came down, retest the key level. Now it's bouncing the V shape. That's exactly the way we have explained in the pre-market that is going to go into the formation of the V shape today.
Something along the lines of,
isn't it?
If it's an SMA account, the mandate's the model.
Who is playing this?
Awesome. I just popped up. I didn't realize I wasn't on mute.
So you don't need to, you just need to find the trend. Within the trend, you just look for the entries. Okay?
Yeah, no, I understand. I was just not super confident. But yeah, but
so
definitely.
see, one more thing before we end up. You do not need to be confident. You need to know that, okay, what will be your risk? That you need to be confident. If you know your risk, then it doesn't really matter. If it doesn't work, then you just okay to take the risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's the mentality that I have to pick up again. A risk reward, because I'm repeating the same thing, that I lost so much money, but that is playing in the mind, right? Yeah, I have to take that again because that's the right way.
So I think for you now, what you do, since you're going through that challenge, don't trade alone. Just only trade Monday and Wednesday with me. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was asking you, why don't you trade every day?
No, other solution is that you don't trade every day.
That's what I've been doing right now too.
I have to do that too, because it looks like we both are going through the same challenge.
So you know what you guys do. You trade Monday, Wednesday with me. You make your smaller group together, and you guys trade together without me. Why? That will give you emotional support.
Yeah, we can do that. It's about the.
If you want, I can create a Zoom link for you guys, and then I will not be there, but you can just come in and go into that.
Yeah, we can do that, but collectively we will lose more money. Are you thinking about that?
No, at least you would have some emotional support with each other. Everybody's following me, so you know my style. So there will be one sane person who will say, "Hey, this is not the style where Sean would trade." Someone would get that voice.
Manjuri made the most money, so maybe she'll lead that.
No, you're not looking at my losses.
Yeah.
So think about it. If you want to do it, I can schedule it, the call. You guys go in. I will not be there. And if I'm free, I will come and join you, but no promises.
Yeah, at least you don't have to be with us for the whole, because I understand that maybe 10 minutes, like 8:45 to 9, if you can make it, because that market context is important. And that is what I think.
Do you like me to record the video with the Substack article?
I think so, because
that would be good. Just 2-minute recording audio, like you just say that look at 5500 level on ES, and if it holds,
I did once. Nobody gave me feedback, so I stopped it. I will show you. See,
don't expect feedback.
I
Just
did
give
see
it.
that.
Did you see that the video a few days ago? I posted that.
No.
So it's mean that's what I can do.
Just straightforward. Just record it.
I'll show you. See, this take time. I'm telling you, it's not easy. So I only do things which really helps. And from your perspective, from my perspective, because creating video is not easy. I'm telling you, it's really hard.
You don't even have to create a video from my perspective, of course. It's just that levels thing. Somehow my levels don't always match with your levels, right? So if I get your levels, then maybe just like the market context, in short, right?
So see here, let me open it. So I basically did that. Go to April 25th. I basically generated that. It helped me. I'm looking at my YouTube now. So I got 1 subscriber added because of this video. How do I open it?
No, I would definitely use that. Only thing is, I don't know why I'm not getting maybe.
So here.
Yeah.
This is April 25th video. I put the market context. I recorded that. So nobody responded to that. I say, you know what? It's maybe nobody liked it or nobody opened it. So then I just.
Yeah, some people don't respond or something. Like in my case, I don't do a lot of feedback.
Create your fake IDs and respond.
Yeah.
If you don't like to be public.
Because if I like something, then some 100 things more come up nowadays.
Yeah.
Just trading, right? Like a lot of people are on Substack now, pinging, like I get messages. So.
Sure. Okay, I will create the video if you guys like it.
Yeah, whichever format. It's just the context. Because that's the only thing that I think is lacking in my thing. Because I was doing all that long back, and then I stopped doing it because it did
see, so my article views are, let me just go and see. Okay, let's go to Substack and April 25th article. Okay, mark on game plan, view post. So I had 158 views on this article. Okay. But for the YouTube video, I only get 14 views. So it's mean that I'm just looking from just business perspective. So
Are you showing something?
Yeah, so yeah, you see my screen, right?
Oh, there it is. I just
Right.
popped up.
So this, see, if you look at this one, so this April 25th, and here is the video. Here's the video. It has, I'm looking at YouTube stats, only 14 views, and this article has almost the 158 views. So if you look at here.
So I often just, I read it on email.
Yeah, so I felt, okay, you know what? People more liking emails read than the YouTube. So this is a YouTube video embedded in it. Maybe I just need to maybe put in the subject that video is attached something, so then people know.
Yeah, sometimes video is not, if people don't watch videos. My tendency is not to watch videos. My tendency is to read more.
Yeah, because it also depends on your environment. Like if I'm in a meeting or something,
yeah,
I'm fine to read an email, but I can't watch a video.
Look at this. Look at this. I need to create a short from today's video. Look at this V shape. That's exactly what's anticipated. Remember?
Yeah, this one, I think that it will happen, but it happened. I still took it.
And it's retested, Miguel. It's retested the VWAP.
Yeah.
Vivek, one of the rules that I've learned to adapt is if it can happen, it'll happen. Don't expect that this is the way it's going to be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. And my thing is that I would have, if I see now, I would have entered now, and maybe I would have been shot down.
So guys, today let's do the marketing. So everyone share the P&L, and I'm going to make the video that how collectively we make money.
My P&L is not a huge one because I did
doesn't really
not
matter. It doesn't really matter. As far as green, we can showcase them.
Yeah.
Do you want us to share it here on Substack?
What do you like? If you share now, then I do not need to hold you all up with you. Share here, and I can take the screenshots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I always
think it's a good idea. Go to the Substack chat and then just post it there. So that will be the record for everybody. Do you know how to access the Substack chat?
Yeah, I'm on it every day.
No, others.
Oh, the others. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So let's go here. Let me open that thread and then everybody share and say, wow, Sean, you are the best. Here you go. Without you, trading was so difficult, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, the reality is the day's not done and you don't know what my P&L will look like.
Somebody said,
I've stopped. I've just closed my thingy and I'm open simulator now.
Yeah. So see, now, see, if
So
you do two things.
I don't know how the cash thing works.
Sorry?
No, I was just asking you. I don't know how the cash thing works, but like futures, you can trade, right? And there's no limit or anything. But not
Futures only if you get some sort of funded account. That's why I was trying for futures, if I can trade them in simulator. But I usually trade SPX account options in cash account, because for futures you can't trade them without margin account. They are quite high valued contract.
Oh, you're doing SPX options? Oh, those were not my friend a few weeks ago.
It's
on some of those Donald Trump spikes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, options, they are horrible. That's why I was happy that Sean at least mentioned that equity traded funded thing, but even I don't have money to pay for that for now. Let's see.
Yeah, this options somehow where I'm not lucky with options because they have so many Greeks, right?
The problem is I look for structure of the stock. If I'm trading Tesla options, and then actually I look for the stock of Tesla and it moves too much in equity, I can just put a stop loss. In options, they change so much that if there is a consolidation and it happens for 15 minutes, you have just lost your options value just there and there itself.
Yeah, you can have a $1-2 move on the option within minutes in a consolidation, and that hits your stop, right? Yeah, so it used to be a lot cleaner. Like in the end of 2024, Tesla was a lot cleaner to trade. Now it's really difficult to trade.
Oh my God! Okay.
Look at this breakout. I tell you, man. I tell you, this is going.
I was watching that. I thought about getting back in at 5,500.
No, leave it now. See. So I was just telling you before you guys chatting. So two things you need to remember. You focus on your trade execution. Okay. Take your piece. At this point, you do not need money. And I understand you need money. You want to trade more, right? But you would be better off if you take your piece, steal it from the market, and just run away. If you stay in the market and look at the charts, you're going to lose money because you are in the stage where you won't be able to differentiate between trading, gambling, and real trading. So it doesn't really matter market moves or not, market go into direction, market is moving. These are all bad ideas. What your focus should on be that you take one or two good trades, execute it, make it, and just run away. Don't stay in the market. Don't look at the charts.
Yeah, we need to keep talking the politics like
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah, or anything else. You just close the screen and just run. You do not need to be close to the, because that's why you feel like more trading, because you see the setups, and that's where the over trading started.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be in a trade sometimes. That's what you have to write.
All right. So who are you guys sharing on the thread on the Substack chat? So one guy is saying the market is crashing. So you say that the market is crashed and market's bounced back. We made money both sides. We want to respond to that. Sean, you are the best. Full send.
Yeah, it's in such a good position right now. If I am alone, I would enter because it just retested the VWAP.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And it is going up again.
If you want to trade, what you need to do, you need to wait for the next bounce, okay, and let this trend go, because it's already
trending, right?
It's already trending, but it's late in the trend. So let the market settle for this trend. Let this trend break. Don't do it on the break. Let the market break this trend, consolidate a bit, and make the new trend. And if then you want to join the new trend, then you can join it.
Let it do a head and shoulders pattern.
Oh, whatever. So see, what I would expect now, if this has happened, market going to do two things. Either market going to go further up and then come down and retest this previous high. That's where be your entry. Or market just go here and then just retest here now. It doesn't make the new high. And if that's happened, market reject here, then you wait for the VWAP, retest of 5,500, and then you go down. But now leave this trend alone. Don't look at it. It might go further up, might further go down. But for you guys to lose what you have made is higher.
Yeah.
Because any red candle you won't be able to tolerate.
Yeah, I just gave you your props on, so it's there if you want to see it.
So let me see. Awesome. All right, guys, keep posting it.
What's everybody using for trading right now? Is it everybody still in DOS? Is anybody using TraderView?
I'm trying both right now. I'm using DAS Forever, and now I'm trying TraderView. They have a sale going on, so I bought that.
Yeah, that's what I'm in. Like I bought the 30-day one. So then they keep saying, oh, if you can buy a year for 60% off or whatever it may be.
Yeah, 60%. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm contemplating it. I really like it. I just haven't adjusted to it yet because I was so used to DOS. Well, my DOS subscription just expired. I didn't renew it because after all the issues that they had. So I've been using IB's Trader Workstation, which I don't love. It's good, but I don't love it. But the Trader View I like. I just need to change my way of using it because it is very different. It's got some really cool features, like way better than DOS.
Sorry, Heath, I'm going to cut you. So see, the moment Vivek says you just go long, what do we need to do? We need to go short.
Yeah. That's right. And that's what happens to me. I enter in.
This is going to be an indicator, okay? The Vivek is going to be an indicator to take opposite position. Is our who called the Jim?
Even I think sometimes that if my mind is saying go short, if I go long, I think I'll be profitable.
I'm going to share you the crazy thing. I'm going to share you the crazy thing. I think the 4 years ago, when I was not that consistently profitable, so I had a really bad day in the first morning. I say, you know what, I'm really in the red. What should I do? So I say, you know what, and I say, I need to find the trade. And I would say, it's okay, I'm going to go long. And I say, hey, wait, what happened historically that I'm red, and if I take trade, I turn more red. So let me just do reverse what I do. And you know what? I record everything of that.
Yeah, it is.
But just following the reverse.
If I unfollow myself, I think I'll be super profitable because every time I enter, I'm like $500 negative within a few seconds. And then,
oh man.
And then when I enter, if I do the opposite, maybe I'll make more money.
No, but don't do that, dude. Let's learn the best way. Okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
Sean, you saw my Substack yesterday. I was positive. I had a great morning, and then I blew it in afternoon trading. And you advised me not to do no more afternoon trading. So that's a rule that I'm implementing.
Yeah,
so
I did that.
When my wife came home, I told her what happened, and she got upset with me. And because I do have rules about afternoon trading, and she says, there you go again, violating your rules. Did you tell Sean? I said, I sure did tell Sean. And she was like, good, I hope he keeps on your case. So just so you know, my wife wants to keep on my case about that.
Yeah, you know what you can do? You can just remove the wires from the system and just don't look at the market. The rule is not to trade because it's the wrong rule. The rule is that you will not watch the market. If you won't watch the market, you won't trade it. But since we say we don't want to trade it, you watch it, then you feel like to do it, man. This is going to look good. So don't watch it. Rule should be don't watch it.
So you think this is a fake breakout of the VWAP?
No, it's not for fake breakout. See, it's obviously the trend. That's what I said. So now this is a beautiful V-shaped recovery trend as we expected. Now I want this trend to break. This trend is broke. I'm not going short at this point. What I'm saying that I want this to consolidate here. And if it's this a real deal in markets is going to go up based on the new data, then we're gonna see the new high and closing the gap. Okay, and that's what I'm expecting because the way the market sell off and went to the key buying zone, this was the dip people were waiting to buy. People will buy here and swing it. So when people swing it, the institutional swing it, they're not going to take profit after 10 points like us. They want to retest the high.
I went long off that doji.
I think that was the right point for you to hit also because of the 5-minute opening range.
Yeah.
I have a very short stop on it. So
yeah.
Are you shorting it?
No, sorry. I have a stop on a very small stop. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, that was the right spot actually. You were smart because it was the bottom of the range also, right? So very tight stop you could put there. It was a very smart ad.
Here, you are thinking long. I thought that because it is turning back from VWAP, so it is a short here. That is what I was thinking rather.
And the problem is that these reversals, they also follow levels, right? So every level they will reverse as well. So it's not just VWAP. It's also like opening range. It's also like the 9 and 21 or 23, whatever you follow. So there are so many things. There's so many things going on in the market. That's why it's so difficult, right, to make money. Right
now,
more
like short now.
Yeah, because the way the candle on 1 minute and 5 minute moved back from VWAP, I thought it is short, but don't know. Yep.
Yeah, it is. It was a short at that time, but then it reversed at the 21, 23, whatever you call it. And right now it's at the bottom of the opening range. So now it again can reverse. Who knows?
Yeah.
And it is
now it's looking more bearish.
Come on, guys. We are over the time, so I'm just waiting for your messages before I start liking it, and then we're gonna close the session. Put your messages on the Substack chat, your P&L picture, some complimentary words about the group, and that's it. And then I'm gonna like it. So thank you to you guys. Prepare the recap, and then I'm gonna step out and enjoy the day.
Okay, so this is the one. This is how you have replied. Okay.
Don't look at that. It's just a break of this trend. No bearish. No. See, that's also need to learn. So right now, this is not bearish. It's just a trend, and now it's pulling back. What is going to happen next? We don't know. Whether it's still above the VWAP.
It's again reversing, because it was a bottom of 5 and then also 50 moving average. So it reversed again. Yep. That's what happens. Yeah, you're right. It's not it just recovered the whole thing, whole down candle.
Yeah, maybe just consolidating.
Yeah, it's not super easy. And that's why I think that theory that Sean says that just take your piece and go away, that makes the money.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Otherwise,
so when I'm going to launch the funded programs, then you overtrade, okay? So then I can make more money.
So when you overtrade, then what? You make more money? How?
Because people lose money, right? This retail evaluation programs.
Oh, okay. That is.
Anyway, so our program would not be like that. Our program would be more mentorship driven program.
Yeah, the way futures.
How do you like it? Let's do the concept test. How do you like it, Miguel? Because you have used the funded programs. So how do you, if we find something on the combination where you have evaluation program, TopStab and Apex, or Tradeify with this straight to earn, but with the mentorship on it?
Yeah, that would be really great.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I'll jump on it real quick.
Yeah, same here.
And how much people would be willing to? So see, because if we want to do that run, so our pricing would not be like $100 like the way they're selling. Our pricing would be premium. Then would be like the, what TEFS has, which offering that if we have a 2,500 drawdown, our value of the course would be 2,000. So we're giving a drawdown, but at the same time we're giving a mentorship. But the drawdown is not like the Apex or TopStab drawdown, which is trailing. It's just going to be more static.
Is that going to be like monthly, 2,000 monthly?
No, for instance, if you take the $50,000 account, you're going to get the 5% drawdown value. The 5% would be 2,500, and you need to pay one time $2,000. That's it.
Not bad.
As far as your contract is alive, you are not blowing up, you continue to trade.
I have to see how that works.
I'm sorry, how would the payouts work?
So payout would work is that you make the money, Okay, there will be a 30% consistency rule, so you don't basically misuse, and you take every calendar month you will be the payout. So following 10 days of the calendar month, we're gonna pay out. So whatever you earn in the month, you will be get the payout based on the percentage sharing. You will get the payout.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, so the idea is
sorry if I cut
2,000 a
anybody.
month. Sorry, the idea is 2,000 a month.
No, not the 2,000 a month. It's just
Oh.
so. For instance, if you take the $2,000, $50,000 account,
Okay.
you just need to upfront pay the $2,000. As far as you're not
And how
blowing
long
up,
is that active for?
is as long as you're not blowing up, there is a requirement for payout. There will be a requirement that you at least have a 65% days of trading in a month, 30% consistency rule, just to save the interest of the firm and our company, that you're not taking aggressive size restrictions, what you can trade. No trailing drawdown. If you make money, you will get it in 30-day cycle.
No, but if you blow up the 2,000, whatever, 2,500, then what?
Then what? Then you buy another one.
So then again $2,000?
Exactly, yeah. There is no reset.
Yeah, so then that is very much possible, right? 2,500 loss is very much possible in a few days.
No, but you size appropriately. That's what we are teaching. So that's what my book, my all program is teaching. It's not, so this program is not you to trap like other funded programs. They give you the trailing order, so then you get stuck. If you have 3 positive day and then 3 losing day, you're done, because you're gonna on the back, when you move back, you basically retest the wall on the backside and you get failed. And Miguel, you are the big user of the funder. You tell me, what's your experience about the trailing losses?
They're difficult because I'm in a 25K account with a 1,500, I guess,
Drawdown.
stop, right? They used to have a daily loss limit, but they removed those, which was good. But it is tough. If you hit it, then you get liquidated, then you got to redo the test. And every time I have to redo a test is another $100. But yeah, I don't even want to say how much I've spent since I've started trading futures in May on test. And I share some of my experience with you, that some of the companies I was dealing with, like Apex and Fast Track Trading, were basically scams. But it took me a long time to understand that. And so I'm now with Take Profit Trader, which is, the experience has been much better. I've passed the test several times, but I've had issues with my mindset. So I keep blowing the test, but a lot of it was just my mindset. And I think this group and you, Sean, definitely have helped me through that.
Appreciate it. So I think our program would be different if we get the funding. Would be that, and I'm just doing the concept testing because you are the users, that this is going to be is not going to be a challenge evaluation. You do not have any profit goal. This is going to be a straight to earn program. So you get the drawdown, you get the mentorship. If you make money, you will keep it based on the profit sharing and consistency rules. But it's not going to be the evaluation separately and then the earning is separate.
So is it going to available for the US residents? I thought you said that the fund account is not available for the US.
So once I have this funding, I'm speaking to some lawyers as well. We try to structure in a way that it will also make US traders eligible, because of the SEC and the FINRA, you can market as a funded program for equity for US clients. There's no way. They're going to blow you up, regulators, by finding it. What rather you need to do it, you need to say that you have a mentorship program with the challenge account. And if you succeed in the challenge, you're going to get you're going to get your money back, and you're going to get the live trading desk seat. That's the way basically you need to, you can do that based on the so far discussion I had with the lawyers. But you can market it as a funded program. You see what is the difference, right?
Yeah, that's huge difference. And for us would be the general income, or is just the?
It's a general income, right? So for instance, you pay the mentorship drawdown, same thing. You buy the $50,000 account, so you're going to buy up to the $50,000 equity. You will allow to trade certain products, large cap, what we allow based on the program. We provide the mentorship. You have the fixed drawdown. If you blew up, you're out from the program. If you succeeded in the program, we'll pay you back what you given to us as a bonus, and then we're gonna, with the certain rules, 3 to 4 months of consistency. If you prove it, we'll give you the live money to trade in the live account. And that's what I feel, that my model is not to scam and take out your $100, $200, rather teach you. So when you get the live funds, if you're making $100, the firm will get $40 from you and give you the $60. So is basically a win-win for both. But Once you reach to that, then you will get those accessibility of those live accounts.
And once you're in the live account, what would be the, I have two questions. What will be the split?
So see exactly what I said, that this is the area was the first gap up day. Nobody going to buy here. Once they saw the gap up day is holded by the next day, look at this. All institutions have started buying in. Majority of the institutions have bought it here. This is a perfect dip. They re-added into their position. Okay. So that's exactly what happens. That market, they take the profit and they add on the dip. So this dip is a buyable dip basically. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, but now, no trade. Okay. Don't trade anything the whole day. That's the challenge for you guys. Let's see, can you do it or no? Okay. All right. I need to do a lot of things and then we need to meet in the evening as well for the class. So yeah, and keep promoting us on the Substack, like it, and then that's the way we're gonna grow. Okay.
Hey, Sean, at some point today, it doesn't have to be now because I know I got other things. Can you flip me the link for the recording from last session that I missed?
I think I have not uploaded yet. I will share with you. I will upload and share with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye.
Have a great
Okay,
afternoon.
take care, Sean.
Bye.
Heath, sorry. Okay, take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.